What's up, everybody? This is Keith Tucker on the K-1 Agenda, episode 44. Welcome, everybody. I'm back again, and I'm loving this, doing this every week. I'm busy as ever. I want to send a special thank you to Dr. Lindsay Yeager Carr, because she lent her amazing voice to my upcoming Optic Nerve LP entitled Uncharted on Jeff Mills' Escape Velocity series. Thank you, Dr. Lindsay Yeager Carr. Her vocals was amazing, and I will be using you again. Didn't want you to think I forgot about you. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that, Lindsay. It was awesome. Thank you so much. I want to send another special shout out to Soma. I've been receiving so much great feedback for the Optic Nerve release, Far Away. Thank you guys for the PR, all the interviews, and putting the music where it needs to be, and just sending it out to a whole new generation of people who never heard of my music or never heard of Optic Nerve. Thank you so much, Soma. Great, I really appreciate it. But more than anything, though, with Optic Studios News is now, I'm very busy, very busy. I also posted just recently that I'm going to be doing a special Optic Nerve DJ set, so look for that. But that's it for the Optic Studios News. Optic Studios News. See you next week. Puzzlebox Records news. Hey, first I want to start by saying I just had a really interesting conversation with my father for 2 hours this morning. It was really cool. Thanks, Dad. It was always great to talk to you, talking about the past, and just telling me how proud he was of me for just being myself. That's what the main thing he was saying. Always be you. Don't try to be nobody else. Just be yourself, and and don't back down. Speak your truth. So I appreciate that, Dad, and just want to say to everybody, I spoke on ego last week. I want to speak on that again. It's like, hey man, I can honestly say I don't receive any negative email, no negative messages, because I think people who've ever met me over the years, they know that I'm genuine. I'm just that guy. I'm just a guy. And that's all I ever want to be. I don't need to be, I've always wanted to be on a team, never being the person to run everything. So now that I, can channel all that energy into myself, it's all positivity and it's on and popping, and I have so much more, so many more things to do and so many more things to show you. But on that note, I'm going to go into Puzzlebox News. Well, coming up, I'll post it on my social media page. Everyone knows now. Looking forward, I'm doing a special Optic Nerve DJ set exclusive for alatage.com, which is a Brazilian magazine. And I'm looking forward to this. It will be all my music. It will be a DJ mix. And speaking of that, I'm just looking forward to it. So check it out. Also, I want to mention that the Puzzlebox Records wholesale distribution officially will launch the end of March. I said the 1st of March, but the end of March. I'm getting a few more things together, and then it'll launch, which I'm going to still be carrying all Puzzlebox material, which we're going to start repressing a lot more stuff. And everything that, all my music that I did on Direct Beat Classics, which will be anything that I did with AUX88, which will just be solo stuff with me and Tom. So look for that, because I'll be carrying those releases exclusively. thank you very much, everybody, for your support. It's not taken lightly. I have a lot more work to do, especially in the studio, getting some of these collaborations completed, and probably a couple of remix works that we're working on, and getting those out to you. But I want to go into, like I said, every week I kind of do the same thing. I want to let you know what I have pending right now. Out now is the Electro Ghetto Tech EP with me and DJ Godfather called Electro Ghetto Tech. It's distributed by Clone, and you can get the vinyl, and it's also available in digital format as well. Also, pick up my newest release, Optic Nerve EP, which is called Far Away on Soma Records, which was released February 8th with a special 2-page digital comic by Kyle Irvine. Kyle is amazing. I'm going to keep bragging about Kyle. Kyle is amazing. Thank you for the conceptual stuff that we worked together on the artwork for my release, as well as all the rest of my Optic Nerve stuff that's up and coming. Also, I'll speak again on the upcoming release for Puzzlebox, which will be PBX 32, which is Stargazing, featuring Dopplereffect and myself. That was a great release, a lot of fun working on that. Also, get ready for the Optic Nerve meets Strand EP, which is PBX 33. Up and coming also will be Anthony Rother and DJ Digital EP entitled Robotics on Mechatronica. And that should be coming really soon. I know that I think it's in the process of being pressed. So everybody, get ready to pick all that stuff up. And I also want to say, repressed, it's PBX 29, Modular World, which we're gearing that up for the Puzzlebox distribution. We want to get all the stuff in stock before we roll out the distribution, which will be rolling out the end of March. Also pick up PBX 30, which is Monochromatic Images by Alien FM. And pick up PBX 31, the first of the Mad Scientists releases, which is vocal modulation with me and Tommy when I was formerly in AUX 88. Right now, check out the merchandise page. I will be hitting you up. There will be a couple of sales coming in March. Probably 4-day sales, which will take 35% off of all the merchandise. Here it is. Check it out. The new merchandise page with a lot of my art and everything that's coming out that you can buy. All the Puzzlebox art, all the AUX 88 art, all the label art I did with, laptop bags, t-shirts, hoodies. Here's the link for my Puzzlebox Records store. So please check it out. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be promoting that a lot, as well as on social media. I will also be promoting where you can buy all my music, as far as vinyl, what stores carry it. Also, digital media, where you can buy my whole catalog is available everywhere via iTunes, Deezer, whatever digital outlets there is. You can get everything there. Question of the week. Question of the week was, it was funny. This was a quick question that came up yesterday. As soon as I posted up that I'm going to be doing a remix, I'm going to be doing a DJ mix of all my special exclusive Optic Nerve set. So the question is, will you be doing more DJ sets for streaming services? Well, that's been something I done pondered on. My first priority and what I want to be known for is an artist, not a DJ. That's secondary. I don't want to go out and be the world famous DJ. I want to be known for the music that I created. But that's not what this question is about. I will be doing other DJ sets. I'm going to do an exclusive DJ K-1 mix, which will be all electro stuff, which will be all my electro stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to be giving that to different people. I'm just not feeling giving all these DJ mixes to all these other services, all these other pages and everything, man. It's just not. I'm trying to promote what I'm doing. I'd rather just do an interview and tell you what I'm doing and tell you about my new music. So I'm not looking to do a lot of that. I will be doing some, but it's not going to be a lot. It probably will be maybe 3 to 4 a year, and that's it. So my first priority is my music as an artist as Keith Tucker, DJ K-1, Optic Nerve, and Alien FM, Fusion Project with Max Durant, and some other stuff that I'm doing. So that's what I'm keying on. But I will be doing some DJ sets. It will be only about 4 a year, and it will be special. I don't need to do that for every person who has a podcast. I'm not interested in that. But thank you as always. If you have any questions, please email puzzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com. Once again, puzzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com, and I'll answer any questions. Thank you. Old pic, old video. This one, I'm so proud of the Portrait of Electronic Band documentary that we put out about maybe about 5 to 6 years ago. A special box set. I'm going to be showing you lots of stuff because people couldn't get it. It was a limited edition thing, never coming out again. Here is just an old bio footage of me from some of the parts from the documentary. Check this out, Portrait of Electronic Band. This is just a day in the life of me. A little footage with my daughter. Check it out. Tell me what y'all think. My name is Keith Tucker, and this is my story.
Keith was born May 10, 1966, on the east side of Detroit, Michigan, the younger of 2 sons to Greg and Francis Tucker.
Did you hear that sound?
Yeah.
His elder brother Mark Tucker was born in West Virginia in 1964. His parents relocated from their small hometown of Elkhorn in the southern West Virginia area. Tucker grew up on the east side of Detroit on Gray Street between Charlevoix and Gothey.
It's my actual block that I lived on. I used to do parties all down this street when it was houses in the early 80s. Man, I had some great memories growing up here, though. Now it looks just like a forest. The house is gone. It was tore down a long time ago. In 1972, I was bused to a predominantly white elementary school called McGregor, located near East 8 Mile, where I took to playing violins and drums in my instrumental classes. I later went on to be in the school band. In elementary school, I was asked to join the science club from one of my favorite teachers, Mr. Saha. In 1976, I went on to attend Joy Middle School on the east side of Detroit on Fairview Street near Warren Avenue. Attending middle school in those years was good times in Detroit because of all the good music played on the radio, and my interest started growing more for music after attending lots of concerts with 3 of my best friends, Sean, Don, and Mooch. In those days, we were barely able to get into concerts, but our parents would drop us off to see Parliament Funkadelic and all sorts of concerts at Cobo Hall and Joe Louis Arena. Back in 1976, Detroit public schools were starting to gear kids towards choosing professions in the future. I remember taking a few tests that told me that I had an interest in engineering, electronics, and music. I soon took to my first classes in mechanical drafting and took more percussion instrumental classes. I also remember some of the bad times. Gang activity was starting to get bigger with gangs like the Earl Flynns and the BKs. I noticed them a lot in and out of the school and remember seeing some shootings outside the school. I could never get into that or understand. Guess I was just too nerdy. Unfortunately, my older brother got caught up in the gang thing, and he really put a toll on our whole family with some of the stuff he got into. Just thank God he didn't get shot or killed. By the time I reached 8th grade, I had a chance to go to New York with my mom for my Uncle Nelson's wedding. During our trip, I got to see some older kids playing around in the basement with turntables, mixing the record Ring My Bell by Anita Ward. My parents always kept up and bought all the latest records, but what interested me the most was the mixing of two songs together and cutting and scratching of the words with the DJ Mixer crossfade. When I returned home just a few days later, got a chance to see Tiger Dan from WGPR do a DJ set out of the back of a U-Haul truck with police beacons. I remember hearing the music from 2 blocks away from my house. I'm not sure if too many people remember those types of block parties coming out of Detroit, just like New York was doing. I was in full DJ mode after seeing him get the whole neighborhood going. Not soon after, seems like I just kept seeing all sorts of things pointing me in a musical direction. In 1980, I was a freshman in high school. I attended Southeastern High School for 1 year after transferring to Denby High School, home of the Tars. All my middle school classmates attended Denby, and I went to Southeastern because it was so close by to my house. My parents decided to get me transferred to Denby to go to school with my other friends. I started to DJ a lot of school dances with my friends Ivan Sellers and Pete Clyde, and even more parties on the weekend in the summer season when school was out. In the summer of 1982, I was spending the summer in Roanoke, Virginia, visiting family. My uncle was driving us to a park to play some basketball, and we saw the marquee of a concert coming up in a few days. Tickets $10. I was like, wow, you can't beat that, $10. Who playing? I found out by looking at the marquee, the lineup was Trouble Funk with special guest Soul Sonic Force, Cameo, Jimmy Spicer, and Sparky D. I got a chance that night at that concert to see Arthur Baker with all the synth sequencers and drum machines backing up the Soul Sonic Force, and that was doing sound check. I noticed one press of the button and the groove was like, there. A few weeks later, got my first drum machine, Sensonics drums with drumsticks. Soon as I returned home for the summer, I was banging away, annoying the hell out of my moms and pops. I was always the type of kid who was very organized and daydreamed a lot. In my middle school years, I grew up watching a lot of sci-fi and martial art movies, which allowed me to use my imagination. When I transferred to Denby, I had already had over 4 years of mechanical drafting classes under my belt, which led me to get a co-op job from General Motors in the 10th grade. I worked from 6 a.m. in the morning to 10 a.m., then drove my car to school to attend classes and be a part of the track team till I was a senior in high school. My first true encounter with electronic music came from listening to the radio stations like WBLS and WGPR with the electrifying mojo. He played electronic music, funk, Euro, new wave reggae, and everything else that was different. It just showed me like, wow, every week I could hear something different and just wondered like, how did they create this music? How did they keep the rhythms going? How did they keep this electronic sound going and never stayed out of sync?
It was me and my youngest baby in there, man. But this was fun. Like I said, the project is a Blu-ray that had over 10 hours of footage just talking about AUX88 and, you know, my input, all the guys that was part of the group, and also my input. I'm so proud of that because I edited and put the whole thing together to showcase once again all the artists that was gracious enough to, you know, videotape stuff and be a part of this. But thank you. I'll be putting you guys up on a lot of stuff. I'm gonna, if you didn't get to buy it, you're gonna see it a lot in my video. I'm gonna pull up a lot of pieces. Never the whole video, but just bits and pieces and stuff. So if you got that box set, it's a classic, and hold on to it. Thank you, guys. Okay, shout outs for this week. I just want to give one special shout out to a legend for Detroit and other people who really know it. This is a special shout out. I got a chance to talk to him for a couple of hours on Saturday. This is Doug Craig. Doug Craig is the mind behind Channel One. Do you remember, Technicolor? This is Doug Craig who created that with Juan Atkins. So I want to give shouts out to Doug Craig, man, a Detroit legend. That Channel One was, woo. That Channel One is that's like a homework assignment. I mean, well, not a homework assignment, but it's something you can listen to this day, man, and you can get ideas for making music. Shouts out, salute, legend Doug Craig. Also, I want to give a special shout out to Ed Upton from the DMX crew. Man, I appreciate you and love you more than you think I do, man. I love your openness, your honesty with me. Always been very honest about the music and stuff. And I want to give you shouts out for your new LP called Loose Gears. It was awesome. I mean, you can see the growth, man. Stuff was so funky, man. So shouts out, man. Another legend, Ed Upton, DMX crew. Love you, bro. And finally, the last person, I've only talked to him a few times, Orlando Varoon. Man, this guy's a legend. I remember the first time I talked to him, he was like, Keith, man, I want to give you shouts on that Optic Nerve stuff. And I was just like, whoa, this guy, giving me shouts out. But I want to give him shouts out because he's always made great music. But what I'm really proud of is that he has a new release coming out on Jeff Mills' Escape Velocity. And me and his music will be coming out on the Escape Velocity series at the same time or the same month. And I'm so proud of that because his release is amazing. His music is amazing. I mean, everybody knows he's a legend. And that's all I can say, man. Orlando Varoon, man, thank you for your support. And, just that one little nugget you gave me that one time you saw me, man, it meant a whole lot to me. When you mentioned about how much you like my music and stuff. Thank you so much. On that note, I want to tell everybody, wear your mask, be safe. This pandemic ain't over yet. As I always say, my daughter made fun of me. I know what I've done. I know what I'm doing and what I will be doing. And that's no joke. It's on and popping. I still got so many more things to do, so many more things to announce. And I'm about to get back into my workout routine. So if you on my social media, you will see me out 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, man. And I'll leave some videos and be getting it back in, man. So everybody, thank you so much for your support. And see you on the next episode, which will be episode 45. Thank you. Hey, I just wanted to say, everyone, please hit that subscribe button to YouTube and please subscribe to my page. I really have enjoyed all the support I've been getting, but hey, like this and subscribe to this page. Keith Tucker K-1. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.